Please feel free. If there's anything you like to share, if you like just to connect, nothing needs to be spoken.
I would like to start, Meike.
With pleasure, Judith.
Hello.
Hello.
This time I like to start speaking.
Please.
There's a lot going on and a lot stirring up in me. The emotions over the last few days has been like a roller coaster. And there's a lot of stress in the body. I wake up with a lot of tension and pressure on my heart. And that goes also up to the thymus in my throat. I'm in a challenging time with Maarten. We started with relation therapy. And last Thursday we had a session. And it was very intense and very challenging. And we start to look at patterns playing between us. And there we see that there's a pattern in Maarten that actually withdraws and doesn't want to connect or has no space to connect. And I want to connect. So I'm coming forward and he is going backwards. And he feels in me a pattern that somehow when I ask, something underneath is coming with it. And I am very diffuse about that and what that is. And I'm curious, but it gives him a feeling of resistance. So you could say, I want the connection, but there is somehow, I think, a demand or something with it, what comes with it, which is not totally free in what I ask. And he speaks about it, that it's never, I can't fulfill that. That's not up to me, which is true. And yet, in our relating, I give him so much space. So on the daily base level, Maarten is so busy with his business and leaves the house at 7:45, and then his background, let's say 6 o'clock or 5:30. But for him to relax or let go, he likes to put on the television and watch. So, and on a certain point, that's not enough for me. So, and I know after a day working and not have much energy left, that's the last thing he can do. So I like to give him space for that. But I also see that there is not an intention coming from him for really connecting. So, and for me, watching TV or he's busy with the telephone, those two things, it's not enough. So then I go up because I like to sit and I like to be quiet or read a book or all those things. So there's quite a difference in need. And we have been also invited last time to write our needs and actually also to take space together to express our needs. And I have been waiting for now, let I not come, but let's see when he has the interest to come to me in order to look at that. And that didn't happen. So then on a few days before we had the session, I started to ask Maarten, can we meet for this? But somehow along the line, he didn't have the interest and didn't happen. Now, this stirred up in me a lot. And what I'm deeply coming connection with That is actually the scene that was in the last meeting. I wasn't there, but I looked about the little children that are screaming and actually are also very angry about what they didn't receive. And in the last 2 days, I went to all the different things of that. So first, I came in a collapse, and I just was like a shell. I just totally imploded in the fetus position in the night, and I couldn't feel anymore. The pain was too much. So first, it was totally contracted in there. And then on a certain point in the night, I could take a cushion and just started to hold this little one. And I just said, but I'm not leaving. You are not alone. You are not alone. I'm here for you, and I will hold you as long as needed. So, and by a miracle, my system started to relax in there. And I just could energetically feel that I came out of this shell and that the energy started to move again. Yeah. And so that was good, that I really could see I can be here. I don't need it there, but I can hold it here. And then the second night, I woke up again with a lot of pressure on my heart. And then I came more in the anger and the stubbornness, also a very stubborn little child. And that expressed itself in the morning that Martha came, and I really didn't want to connect. I couldn't look in his eyes, and I always want to connect, but it was, I can't connect. I just, no way. And there I felt really the stubborn little child from very early on, that I went to my room, I closed off, and like I do it myself. I don't need anybody. So, and that pattern came up as well. And I felt the scream behind it, like really screaming and stubborn, but behind that stubborn is the need for connection and actually wanting to connect. So when Martha was gone, I could app him, text him what was happening, and that there was a very stubborn child, and that it was angry and screaming like crazy, but that this was a reach because it actually wanted to connect. So he came back. That was very nice. But then there was still, I said, I need to scream and be angry because that's actually what is here. And so I expressed that. But then it became also difficult between us because then he started to talk, and a bit like a radical preaching, a little bit preaching. And that was, I said, I don't want to be preached. So now, yeah, but this little child is really in front, you could say, or coming up in those different layers. And it's a lot of talking that I do, but here I would like to connect with what is. But then you have the context.
How exquisite, Judith. How exquisite. And, you know, just how it's all noticed, how it's all reported. Absolutely exquisite. So thank you for the sharing.
Wow, thank you.
It's very easy to sit with for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it's for you. Very,
For
very
me
easy.
also. Yeah.
Very gentle, very soft.
Mm.
Present.
Mm.
Mm. I love how it all shows itself.
Mm. What is it showing to you at the moment?
Just everything you reported.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, it's so clearly showing itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then hands off.
Yeah.
Leaning into,
Yeah.
into the vastness of who we are. Mm-hmm. Just that it shows itself is such a privilege.
Mm.
And we're so used to going to changing and fixing, aren't we?
Mm. Yes.
It should be different.
Yeah.
But just that it dares to show itself. Oh, man. That it shows it to us.
Mm-hmm.
Shows itself to us.
Yeah, there's a kind of flavor of rawness.
Yeah.
But I don't need to hide it.
No. 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 Not anymore.
No.
It's all coming into connection.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that it's also all it ever has longed for, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. That's all.
Such sweetness in there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's getting a bit watery.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here too.
Mm-hmm.
Just feel that how it's leaning into itself. Here. Mm-hmm.
Meike?
Ah, yes.
Hi, it's Mark.
Hey, Mark.
So I was wondering with Judith, did did your communicating that to your husband and anything, did a resolution, I mean, did you get any real resolution from that improved the situation?
It's, it's, we're feeling each other. We're kind of traveling together. We're traveling hand in hand. We're feeling each other so closely. She knows exactly where I am, and I know exactly where she is. And that you could call that resolution.
Oh, I meant the situation with her husband.
Yeah, but
okay.
Yeah, but that's the same. It's even husband is right here. It's because it's the same energetic. One is scared to connect, and the other one is longing for. It's that push-pull situation.
Yeah.
So it's the same energetic, and it doesn't matter where it gets met. Mm-hmm. So sometimes it's easier actually to meet it with somebody who's neutral, like me in this case, because there's not that entanglement.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
And that supports the healing for my
Yeah.
side, that we can do that. That supports the healing. And for me at this moment, it's not about the solution in my relationship with Maarten, but to really be close to the feelings that are happening in my system. And when I can be very close and be met in that, that is where my part can heal. And that will also have an effect in our way of relating.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm not busy with a solution at this point, but more being in the unfolding, what is happening between us, and how I can meet, and for now very supporting to meet in connection, what had to be felt and seen in me.
So it's like everything that is met here will be available to everything we meet, everyone we meet, everything actually we meet.
Then
Yes?
and maybe, okay, I'll bring up something. When I watch what goes on in America, when I watch, I find myself very upset, feeling very helpless. I look when I put on the news, I feel like our country is degenerating into something akin to Nazi, just a horrible place where you sit there and watch these, just a feeling of like everything that you're told is, or ever been brought up that was righteous or appropriate behavior is not. And my own feeling is of great upset and helplessness, and it just seems like everything that I've ever been taught or think everything about America is just a complete and utter lie in so many levels. And I see that manufactured out in the small ways and then larger ways. And, like I sit here and I go, wow, it just feels, that like a Jew in Nazi Germany or an African American in slavery or whatever. And I find myself, the women's issues, I feel like me too, also in the same sense of just the everything that's within your power to do something, or I just feel very very upset and helpless, and just sitting with it, like it's like sitting with a bunch of gentle spiritual people and nice, and then I go back out and it's like the daily onslaught of living in this. I don't know, it reminds me like of relatives or people I know who were out at Auschwitz or in a gulag, and seemingly like if they met their persecutors or the people who were hurting them or imprisoning them, that would sitting there and just being in touch with being met or somebody having empathy for me resolve a situation that getting slaughtered or hurt. It just on a person, you know, like I said, it's like sitting there. Well, I think I think that was clear, but
So my invitation would be, Mark, to hold hands in that. What I've noticed and what I've been learning those last years since I'm on this journey is that everything is longing to come into connection. If it sits by itself, you know, even empathy is separate. So what my system has learned and is still learning is to reach out and to walk every sensation that is coming. It doesn't matter which one, walk that together. That's what Judith and I were doing. We were right next to each other, surfing together. That's the only thing that I know in my own experience that serves everything.
Can I come in, Meike?
Sure.
What I would like is that we can complete our meeting.
Okay.
Because I felt Mark came in.
Yeah.
And I don't feel yet that we came to completion.
Okay.
So I would propose that we can complete that and that you can continue with Mark, if that's okay for Mark as well.
Yeah, it was urgent for Mark. I could feel
it. I thought we can also do it the other way around. If the urgent with Mark is there, then you can continue with Mark and then later we can complete. So that's also,
Yeah. Is that okay with you, Mark, that I complete with Judith?
No, you can also first do with him and then later.
Yeah, I heard that, but I'm just asking him.
Yeah.
No, I was under the mistaken impression. I thought she was completed. That's the only reason I.
Okay, you thought she was done already. Okay, thank you. Okay, Judith.
Yeah.
Nice. Does this feel complete, Judith?
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you so much for meeting me here. Yeah.
Thanks for meeting me here.
Thank you. And thank you, Mark, for giving me the space. Thank you.
Meike? Luciano indicated that he would love to speak. I'm not sure if it's okay to, yeah.
Absolutely. Oops, I did something wrong here. Wait 1 second. Hey, Luciano.
Hi, Meike.
Oh, you're speaking and I can't hear a word. I'm not sure. Did you unmute yourself? Just before I could hear you.
Yeah, it is unmuted, but somehow the sound disappeared.
Yeah. Sound disappeared.
Maybe not.
But it looks good. Sign language.
Yeah.
It's good too.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, there you are. Oh, gone again. Gone again. Yeah, I don't know. What did you do before? You plugged it in or you... You have some other earphones maybe? Oh, there was a sound. There is?
No, I think that's coming from...
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, sometimes restarting really helps because...
Maybe restart.
Yeah.
Piano. Restart and knock on the door again.
Meike?
Yes.
Then I will take the opportunity.
Hi, Eva.
feels a little bit like, I'm not sure if you also can feel that, but I feel a lot of like something is starting to unfreeze in a way. Or like, yeah.
So happy to hear that.
I'm feeling this freeze like the last period very strongly, or maybe it's coming into view. And when I'm sitting now, I can feel it softening. Yeah.
It's so nice to lean back into yourself. Huh? Nothing to do, nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Just letting it do its thing.
Yeah, I had quite some intense sensations, experiences the last weeks like that I really could feel in connection with other groups of people, or that I could really feel that there came this feeling of like complete alienation, something like that, or complete like feeling like just the big freeze. That's what I felt. Yeah.
Wow, how wonderful that that comes into view. Yeah, and hands off. Hands off.
Yeah, because that's the thing. It feels like it needs to do something about it.
Yes.
But even that's not needed. Yeah. Feels, if this freeze would be gone, then I would be able to. But that is, of course, also some kind of
Yeah. But that's what it always says, huh? If this is done, then.
Yeah. Then it
if
would,
I have,
yeah.
Then it will be better. Always, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it finds always the hair in the soup.
Yeah. Yeah, I can really see that now. Of course, that's so not true, because that would be, yeah, that makes no sense. But I only see that now very clearly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, whenever you see it, huh? It might go again. That seeing.
Yeah, there was so the idea that there was something wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which makes also sense from a certain perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, from a certain perspective, it makes totally sense. If you see a little baby that can't help itself yet, it needs help and nobody is coming, for example, just as an example, or if you come into a situation, also again, a child coming into a situation where it needs to freeze and it doesn't get invited to come out again, then it will be stuck there. It feels like it's stuck there. And that feels like as if something is wrong. So it makes sense from that perspective. It's just nice that we, when we come together in a field like this, that another perspective opens up. So where it actually can unfold by taking hands off. But that is only possible from this perspective when we meet like this.
Yeah, and then it's so nice because I completely feel like now that everything is like, that it's so okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoy to see you.
Yeah, likewise.
And I'm so happy that I will see you physically.
Yes, it will be so wonderful to have you in WA. They will all love you.
Well, let's see. I hope so. Well, yeah.
I'm sure so.
How are you?
Couldn't be better. Very grateful. Very grateful. Grateful that I'm grateful.
Is there anything that you notice?
A lot, but especially love. I love the reflection that I'm getting. It feels vulnerable, it feels present, it's naked, it's willing and interested to meet me. It's delicious. It's not hiding anywhere, and even the hiding is showing. It's precious.
Oh, that's nice. So much love. Yeah.
So much love.
And I
For
can
however it shows.
I can feel that more and more, and that is something that I really have, of course, from you and Isaac, and this that it's like whatever that I can feel now towards myself, or this feeling of that it's all okay as it is, in a way.
I mean, introduce, and you don't have a choice. It does it by itself, doesn't it? It's all of a sudden it feels like something is wrong, and then it's trying to fix and change. It's so rare that it gets invited to come into connection with itself, because that's all it wants. That's how it feels when something is wrong. It feels lost.
That's
feels
what it
all
wants
alone.
all the time. Yeah.
That's all it's longing for, whatever this is. It loves to be in real connection.
And I can see all the things that the system then does to want, or like to, and I can now feel also the love for all those little movements of that you see yourself doing, these things, and that you can see then, oh, it's just because it wants connection.
There's always, I liked how Judith described it. There's always that scream underneath. Call it a young organization or whatever it is, but there's a scream. It's screaming. It's like, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? And we're finally showing up. Like, here, I'm here. I hear you. I hear the scream. I hear it. And I'm here. I'm finally here. I'm not moving anymore. I want to be here for every scream, for every owie, for everything, for every laughter, for everything that shows. Only then life makes sense. Otherwise, it's hell. And it's so lovely to feel these words sinking into your system. That reflections, it's listening. These big ears everywhere. Every cell has these huge ears. It's like,
yeah, and it's so beautiful also to see that in everyone, that actually everyone,
everything,
is, and we sometimes do it all in these like strange ways a little bit, but in the end, like we're all just want to have that, and that makes everything so soft in a way, or so
so yummy. It comes out and it's leaning into itself. Oh, you meet me here? Oh, and I don't have to pay? I don't have to do anything for it? Oh, yum. Isn't it? Yes. I've been longing for this. Just to snuggle in. Snuggle my nose in. Yeah. Everything. Everything. It's the most innocent, natural way. With everything. It's so funny. It's not just with human beings. It's with everything. Everything we touch. Everything we touch. It starts radiating back when it's met. Every plant starts singing when it's met. Everything. Water.
Yeah,
air.
I saw just before you said that, I saw the ocean. Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
See? There you go. Yeah. It's everything. Everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Such a gift. Wow.
What a gift we are.
I have a little practical. First of all, someone asked about Mark, to check in with Mark if Mark is actually okay and if he actually didn't want to continue a little bit longer. So someone asked that question, so I'm asking. Not sure where Mark. I can't see Mark.
Yeah, maybe he went to sleep because it's very early there, I know.
Okay, I will send him a message.
Yeah.
And then Esther would also like to check in, but maybe first Luciano.
Yeah, let's just see if he has, if he's got his earphones.
How's that?
Ah, there you are. Got it. Okay,
Yay.
wonderful. Yay.
Wonderful.
Yes.
These last 7 or 8 days, I've been forced to rest.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear.
Yes, I know. I can see that. And it's been an interesting process, because during the process there's been a deepening of seeing what's underneath this and what's underneath this and what's underneath this.
Yeah.
And there have been triggers that have been surfacing, and even during sleep time, waking up with these triggers bubbling up to literally wake me up, wake the system up. I'm aware from the past where this stems from. There was an intense period of my life around 16, which was very difficult, and it still comes up to haunt and force itself to be seen And I would really like some help to have a look at this, because it's just, it's been with me for so long.
With pleasure.
So it encompasses so many different things, but I can see the threads now, which makes things a little easier.
So what comes to mind here is just letting that 16-year-old know he survived. Whatever happened there, he survived. He survived.
Yeah, I got that too. At the end, this morning, I got that too. But that's like, it hasn't. There's so many different ways of not looking that it's mastered, it's very masterful.
Yes. And I know you are a master, Luciano, and looking at things. So what about for one moment not having to look? Not having to do anything, hands off. Yeah. Just resting together. Oh, I love how your system is taking the invitation. Feel honored. All is well, just some peace and rest here. I see. Thanks for showing. Mm. Such sweetness. Mm. Mm. Yeah. That boy went through hell, huh? Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's coming to peace, yeah. He's coming to rest. Mm. He's showing himself. Mm. Mm. And he's very welcome if there's anything he needs to speak.
So it's like there's a knife at my throat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That the threat of literally speaking is enough to have my throat cut.
Yes.
It's the real fear of life and death.
Yes.
It just verbalized.
Yeah.
I can feel it, and I can, we can sit here, and we know that we're both vessels that are very open.
Yes.
Between each other.
Yes. So just inviting to come into present moment here, and there is no knife at your throat. Yeah. Maybe it was, or that's how it felt. But right here, right now, just check in present moment.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm present. I'm present and aware that there is no knife here.
Good.
And that I am safe, and there's safety and love all around.
Beautiful.
And I can feel my bum on the seat, and
yes,
the whole trip.
Oh, the whole trip. Just when you speak it all, wow, the whole energetic is changing.
Yeah, and I'm feeling that energy change just by recognizing the moment here.
Yes. So invite him to come here. He took the invitation. Just by you speaking it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So there he comes back. Wonderful. He's very welcome here. Yes.
I know that you are aware enough to know from our past meetings that the trauma is beyond physical. It's emotional, mental, spiritual, even soul tearing to this being.
Yes.
And with so many past mechanisms that have been tried and failed, and it's really difficult to be able to trust that the simplicity of just hands off.
Yes.
And being completely vulnerable.
Yes. So somehow we lost sound again. Like,
Okay.
there, you're back. There, you're back. You're back. I hear you. Yes, I hear you.
So this,
and I could feel energetically.
Yeah. This.
Yeah.
That the. Yeah.
So, and Luciano, whatever that, call it trauma or whatever it is, it's showing itself here to us. I feel so privileged. It's coming to visit us here. You know, with all our clumsiness, you know, my little system here, you know, gone through all that stuff that it had to go through. And here it is, showing up as much as it can for itself in its finest reflections. And this gift is coming.
It doesn't know how to. It doesn't know how to be. It doesn't know how to.
Yeah. Yes. Sound is gone again. Sound is gone.
Okay. So it doesn't know how. Yeah. So it doesn't know how to open and bloom, and it's extremely sensitive to even trying to, or you know, because.
So
and
can
yet
you?
It has so much to offer. It's not funny.
Yes, but at first, but it's exquisite.
Come back.
At first, let it know that it does not have to do anything. We are here. We are here as much as we can. It doesn't need to know what to do. It's not in its rhyme. It's not in that rhyme of doing anything. No, we take care. We take care right here, right now. It does not have to do anything. It always had to do, because there was, the environment was just not safe enough. So it had to take over. So I'm bowing to that. I'm honoring that, because I know that in my own experience. And everyone who's here in the space knows that. So it's invited for the first time to not do anything. It can, but it really is invited to not do anything. Oh, there I'm seeing those big ears again everywhere. It's listening. Wow, it's so good at not doing. Oh, and it starts wiggling. Oh,
It's like the beloved has found the beloved.
Say that again. See, that's where poetry comes from, huh?
We meet so completely here. It's quite.
Oh. Yeah.
So.
It's just the beginning, Luciano. It's just always the beginning. I mean,
Always the beginning.
always the beginning.
Fresh every time.
Oh, brand new every time.
It's like it's cracking.
My heart is singing and dancing. Can't hear you again. No.
No?
Yeah, no.
Now, it's interesting how it's a natural tendency when it feels completely safe to explore.
Yes.
And innocently.
Yeah.
And cleanly.
Yeah.
And beautifully. Like, It's like this.
Yes. Fine, huh? So
Yeah.
fine, so fine.
Yeah.
Oh, the finest.
Oh, just
Fulfilling, isn't it? It's
it's complete. It's whole.
complete, yeah. Oh, now the sound went again. Wiggle a bit. Yeah, there you go.
There's a completing going on, you know.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it's been longing for since, I mean, it seems like since centuries, since forever.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's nearly like entering a different dimension or something, leaving this, this intellectual, mental confusion behind and coming back, coming home. Oh. You know, also how there was for a long time, you know, all the spiritual ideas about not being attached. And to me, this feels fully attached and unattached. But I know that trap, you know, where my system has, I mean, you know, on its journey of exploration of being unattached, you know, and then coming to the point to see that does not work. There is some, so then it was looking for the attachment thing. But it is, I mean, just meeting like that, it's both. It's just as if non-attachment and attachment come together. And I don't know a word for that. It's not this and not that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exquisite. I know that there are some more friends that would love to connect. So, this feels complete.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, Meike. Esther speaking.
Hi, Esther.
Can you hear me clear?
I can hear you and I see you.
Ah, cool.
Yes.
Okay. A nice cup.
Yes, this is, yes.
Yeah, there's just something has been touched and then my system is felt a huge energy coming, and then it's swallowed all the energy in. And I can see it's very old habit, and that's well, I'm not used to be together with another system in all this playing here now. So I would love to rest with you and
Oh, with pleasure.
see what will happen.
Oh, with pleasure, Esther. Let's see what happens. What a beautiful invitation.
Yeah, it feels here a bit confused now.
Ah, you
Like,
know.
I mean, no, confused in a way. I mean, you know, that voice in my head that this is, there's no one ever who can meet me there. And now I'm sitting here with you and you meet me.
Oh, that's really confusing.
Absolutely.
Oh,
It's a nice confusion.
it's a very nice confusion.
But
Yeah.
I can feel the carefulness in me too.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love how clearly you can report.
Mm.
So nice to meet you, Esther. And
Yeah,
to be met by you.
yeah.
It's very nice to be met by you.
And there's a little thing in me what then pops up like, oh, not too close. You know?
Yeah, oh, good. Let's just back off. Shoo,
So then that's
man.
what do you want from me thing comes up.
Yep. I can't get further away than
No.
this. But
No.
I know. We all know that, you know. It's like, what do you want?
Yeah, but it loves to meet. And
Oh, okay. For a second. And it loves to play. You're so playful.
yeah, and then the kind of serious thing that is just that part what's decided, okay, I will never be met there.
Yeah.
And that serious part.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know how
had to
express
do
it.
it alone because there was nobody there. So it survived. And then it decided, I'm not coming out for bullshit anymore. You know, if there's really anybody out there to meet, I might come out because I actually would love to. But I'm not coming out for bullshit. So I love to honor that. I know that in my own experience. Same here. It's like, man, came out so many times and always got smacked.
Yeah, and especially when systems are really, they want to meet me and they really fight and cross boundaries, and then it's
no thanks.
yeah,
So
and then I feel that, I mean, my system is it's longing for connection, and then when the longing grows, then I get in a way vulnerable to stay with the people who meet me in that way, in that fighting way. And then
oh, such a clear noticing.
Yeah, well, it scares me because
no, that's just a judgment on top. Yeah.
No, I mean, for me, it feels not healthy to be with people who are really fighting.
Yeah, but that's how it speaks, Esther. That's how it makes an I out of it.
Ah.
Yeah. Can you see that? That's how it separates itself.
Yeah.
And then it speaks as I.
That's interesting.
Yeah. No worries. So here we are and we meet again. There's such a deep longing to meet. Here too, such a deep longing to meet you. Brings tears to my eyes. That's how strong the longing is.
I hear and I feel your invitation, and then it's something, yeah.
And it's noticed. How beautiful. It's noticed. Yeah. And then it can breathe.
Yeah, and I see my mind is going to that I can feel then something in my system. I mean, my head doesn't want to split off myself if that's possible. And then something in my system, when I'm met like that fighting stuff, then it has to take it or something. Or
and it's all noticed. It's all noticed and shared.
I don't want that anymore.
Even that is noticed and shared. Yeah. Phew. It's amazing.
And then the anger to myself comes in because I don't want it, and my system still can't stand, or I don't know how to say.
And even that is not noticed and shared. It's exquisite.
Stop talking. I just want to sit with you like this. So why do you find that exquisite?
Because it's clear. It's a clear sharing and it's a clear noticing. That's exquisite to me.
It feels that every cell in me is yelling or...
It's alive. Every cell in you is alive.
See me, hear me.
Yes, I do.
I know.
Oh, what a compliment. What a compliment. Thank you. Mm.
It's really, it's, it's going like this in my mind.
And even that is noticed and shared. Looks very cozy.
I can't give it words now.
Oh, how nice.
Feels like it's more.
There's such a sweet joy in your system right now. It looks very good on you.
Yeah, it was that there were some moments last weeks, like kind of.
Now I'm talking about now.
Yeah. I'll just, yeah, okay.
Such a sweet meeting right now.
You also look very alive.
Yeah, I feel very alive. I look at you and I feel alive. Every cell is like,
Yeah.
like a 6-month-old baby.
I don't know what age.
When everything is really round, even their little fingers, they're just. That's how I feel. Full. Yeah. in a beautiful way, fulfilled. See, and then it starts smiling and it can't stop. Thank you, Esther.
Thank you, Meike.
Oh, yum.
Hello, I think I am on.
Bettina.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Ja.
Yeah.
Ja, muss mir noch ein bisschen Zeit geben, dann muss, dass ich übersetze. She's asking if she can speak German, but then I have to translate. Ja. Kurze Sätze. Short sentences.
Actually, it talks in English in my mind.
Okay.
There's a lot of pressure in the system.
Good that it's noticed. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a kind of fighting energy. To get my own place. And on the other hand, the feeling that it's not okay.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to give space to the others.
Yeah. I understand. I'm pretty sure everyone here in our field understands.
And thank you that I can share that.
Oh, I love that you can share it. Also, so clear. Such a clear sharing and noticing. I mean, we can see, you know, when that is going on in our system, how exhausting, huh? Yeah, and painful. So that's what the tears are about. Underneath it all, whoa, it's so painful. It's longing for peace. Yeah. Yeah.
Und irgendwie sieht es so aus, als braucht es tatsächlich ein Gegenüber.
Yeah, and it looks like it needs an opposite. And it does. It does. Because if it's just by which it's separate, it longs to be in connection. It longs to be received. Yeah. It makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, there it goes. Yes. Yeah. And it doesn't want to be changed or fixed. It just longs to be received. And with moving away and coming forward and going up and down and every thought, all of it. Yeah, that's all. Then it starts breathing by itself. It's exquisite. Simple. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you for giving me space for that.
Oh, such a privilege.
Oh.
I mean, you know, I'm saying it all the time, but only like this life makes sense. Otherwise, it's just always, everything is just hiding and covering up, mask over mask, and yeah, showing smiling face, even though there's pain without end.
I would like to thank you for the system to take the time out.
You're so welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Bettina. Oh. Oh, I just see. I'll come back in 1 second. I have to. It's gone. All good. Good that it gives a little warning. Yes?
Meike.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. And I can see you.
I just want Bettina to know if she wants to sit with you a bit longer, I can wait, even though I've been longing for a turn, because Bettina, you're so beautiful, and everybody here, I have been so touched. So touched. Bettina, would you like to sit a bit longer with Mike? Oh, yeah, okay.
Actually, I sit with you all the time. Thank you.
Yeah. I know how you felt, because I was putting my hand up earlier on because I was so full and wanted to turn, and I didn't recognize that I had to press my mute button down the bottom, and through all that with you, my little one was, oh, what about me? And now I just feel so grateful that she's here, you know, and I can share it with everybody, because, yeah. Meike?
Yes, yes, my dear.
Oh, I just love you to feel me. I've got so much thawing here.
Pleasure.
So much thawing, my whole, my chest and my my belly and my sex center and my whole torso is just so alive. And Luciano, oh, I was drinking and kissing, and yeah, so it's burning. It's like yeah.
So, you know, there is that amazing capacity to slow things down.
Yeah.
Let's just slow, let's slow that fire down just a little bit.
Because the excitement and the wanting and the desperation is all in one big ball.
Exactly. So, yeah.
I just want, I feel so grateful to feel this. And
me too.
for you to meet me here.
Oh, I love meeting you here. I love that you invite me.
Yeah. And everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. That slows already a little bit. Could you feel that?
Yeah.
It's slowing down. Yeah. No rush. Yes. Yeah. Wow, so intelligent, that system, huh? There goes immediately with that invitation. I love it.
I love that I can even, that the mind can even consider attachment.
Yes.
After trying to let go of that which has never been.
Ooh. 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 So happy to hear.
So I welcome these layers of frozen, melting. Thank you for seeing me.
Thank you for showing. my beloved. Mm.
It's so much love. That's just...
I love that you invite me to call you beloved.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Leaning in. Oh.
I'm so grateful that Ava, that you organize these very special, intimate, no different to you being in the room for me. I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
So precious. And to be feeling it now. I'm feeling it. There's a felt sense in the body. And Ava, you can come and stay with me when you come. If you haven't got anywhere, I've got a spare room. You're very welcome.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice.
So nice to have you.
I will contact you. Thank you.
Yeah, we're looking forward to you coming.
Oh, it's really sweet.
Beloved, other beloved, come back. Other beloved.
Always here.
I'm going to give others a turn. Love, love, love.
And more.
Hello, Meike.
Andrew.
Hi.
Hey.
Just a few moments. Feels like I don't need much.
Oh, that's so good to hear.
Which, yeah, by this point in the meeting, it feels always so connected and cohesive.
Yeah.
So it just feels like, yeah, I just want to receive just a few moments of your eyes and your.
With pleasure. Thanks for reaching. It's getting easier and easier, huh? Sitting together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like I could see so much of myself and everyone else today with their this forced rest that Luciana brought came up for me during the week. So
yeah,
was having a headache was actually such a gift. Never looked at it like that. Real gift and a real sign to witness. Hang out just in the body, let everything come, and yeah,
one by one, just come. And so beautiful to sense how our systems trust each other more and more and more. Every time, just one little step more. Yes, it's okay. We are so lucky, aren't we?
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Say again?
It's a wow journey that
yes,
we're on.
It's a wow journey, yeah. Like that.
Yeah, just these few moments really special.
Wow.
I know everybody queuing up to get just a little bit of your attention, but
yeah,
but it also feels like we're this big circle as well.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Whatever it's called, vibrating each other or something. So.
It's amazing how it works, huh? With this internet. I mean, I remember when we started this, I thought, oh no, that won't work. But the connection is right there. We feel each other, wherever we are. You in Belfast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
You in the heart.
Yes.
Hello, Meike.
Therese.
Hi.
Hello.
I know we are at the end.
Yeah.
I love to say hello.
Oh, so wonderful that you do.
And to connect in this way.
Yes.
Get ready to go on a roller coaster that will make you uncomfortable.
Oh. Somebody else. Did everybody hear it? Yeah, good.
Thank you, and thank you for the connection.
Oh, so much love. Thank you. Don't know if I can let you all go now. Oh, my beautiful friends. You can all unmute yourself for a moment.
Did you hear what that voice, Meike, did you hear what that voice said?
Yeah, something with a roller coaster.
It said, get ready to go on a roller coaster.
Okay, let's get ready, huh? Thank you all for showing up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eva.
Thank you.
Next meeting might be in November, late November or something.
Oh, yeah. That's a long time.
Yes, I know.
Too long.
Mwah.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.